Alright, this will be a video for how to do dimensions on an architectural drawing and using the continuous command and also setting the distances of the dimension from the building. I'm just going to do one side, but this will need to be done to all four sides. As you can see in this demonstration, I just have the one side completed as far as doors and windows. I'm just going to do the one side, but again, the three tiers of dimensioning will need to be included on all four sides of this house. All right, or of your house for the final project. All right, so here we go on dimension. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to activate or make active my dimension layer. And again, these colors are just for viewing. Try to make these colors bright enough so you can see them on the screen and monitor. So I will go ahead and use these colors, but again, typically in architectural drawings, there are grays, blacks, and different hues of grays for the actual drawing itself and the dimensions. Alright, so here we go. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and go to my annotation panel and pick up linear dimensions. First one, the command line says select the first point for the extension line, which I'm going to click to the outside of wall. And on the first tier is my detail tier of dimensioning. So that will include all doors, windows, intersecting walls. So my next point will be to the midpoint of this window. So I'm going to left click there, and now I'm going to drag the cursor down, and we can see there's a blue box. And I'm going to go ahead and put, and it's asking for a distance, and it's a distance that I want to drop the dimension away from the object. So I'll put in 5 feet, hit enter, and now I'm going to go to the annotate tab, and over to the dimension panel. And right there, I haven't clicked on anything else other than annotate tab, dimension panel I haven't clicked on, but I go into the dimensions panel, and I'll click on continue. Continue should be showing up there. It doesn't show up through the drop down, but the default should be to continue. I'll left click on continue, and before I do anything else, it automatically starts picking up the dimension line, and it lines it in exactly with that 5-foot offset of dimension. So the next point of intersection would be this window here, and the next point will be a room line or a wall line that intersects the exterior wall. So please watch on this carefully. I'm going to hover over the wall face, just the wall face, not the center wall, but the wall face. And then I'm going to slide the cursor back down. Let me turn ortho on. And as I slide that back down, you can see a dashed line. And when I see that dashed line, I'm going to go ahead and click there. This prevents the dimension line from snapping to that wall, but it is in alignment with that, and that's perfectly acceptable. Now I've dimensioned the outside of that wall, or the wall face of that interior wall. Now I come to the middle of my door. Again, hover with snaps on. I find the midpoint on the door, but then I come back, and when I'm approximately lined up with my exterior wall face, I left click and then continue on. I have another wall, intersecting wall again, to go to the face of the wall, hover over that point, and then come back. When you see that green line at the exterior of the outside wall, left click, and then I can continue doing this all the way around, all the way down for my first tier dimensioning, which is my detail tier. Again, the exterior or the wall face that I come to, left click. I'm just zooming out now, and I'm going to come to this wall here, which intersects this outer wall. I'm going to go to the outer wall, because this is I'm going to go to the inner wall. I thought that was the last wall line. I'm going to go to the inner wall again, inner wall face here. Now my next point is the center of this garage door. Find the midpoint on that. Click on that. Now I'm going to go to the outer edge of this outer wall, the outer face, and left click there. And now hit escape, and I'm done with my first tier. It's just kind of cluttered up in here. It's going to cause some problems, but these can be moved around in different locations here as well. So we can move this to clear it up for our next tier. You may run into this depending on how close your walls are together, your windows to your walls are together. All right. So my next one, I'm going to do the same function, but the second tier is for rooms only, rooms only. So now I'm going to go ahead and select in the dimension panel. I'm still at the annotate tab, but back to the dimensions panel, there's a linear here. So I'm going to left click on that, and I'm going to do my next tier, which is rooms only. So left click on the exterior wall face, coming up to the first room here and the wall face here. Again, I hover, come back, and left click there. And now I'm going to set that, the first distance from the first dimension line was 5 feet, so I'll set this as 10 feet. And then again hit continue. And now I'll just do the rooms. So again, hover, slide it back, see the dashed line, left click, go to my next room, the wall face there, left click, and you see I made a mistake there, didn't you? So I will pick up continue again. What I did is I clicked and I didn't hover back on that wall face. So let me hit continue again. And now I will pick up here, again, hover, slide it back, and the next room will be to the outside wall of this garage. Hover, click, and there's my second tier, and then I will hit escape and go to one more. My third tier is the overall. Again, go to linear, outside wall, and all I'm going to do is go to the outside wall on this one. And then this one would be 15 foot setback from the wall face. And now I have my 3 tiers of dimensioning. There's a little bit of confusion going on here. I would probably try to massage this a little bit to get some clarity in that as well. And then I would end up with these 3 tiers of dimensioning. Now this would have to be done all the way around on all 4 sides of this building. So that completes the demonstration on how to do dimensioning, the 3 tiers of dimensioning, how to place them a certain distance and keep them equal distance all the way around the building. Use that same distance. I would use that same distance of 5, 10, and 15, and that should work out great as far as dimension placement. As always, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email me or in the chat box when we have class. Thanks so much.